Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Taylor. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 14-yard line. First and 10, Willis. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on second and 10, it's Willis. And this one is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. And here's Rodgers on the return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Willis's throw is on target to Burks. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, You're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Willis. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Willis now off of play action. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Willis. And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. 3rd down here.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Titans at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready? Tempo.
Willis on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Pass the 60. Unlock right. Unlock.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now this time, Willis throwing it. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit. And let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Open man is Taylor, he's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. This is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Willis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
For the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Buddy Johnson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Christian Fulton. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just one. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. On first down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Catch made here by Campbell. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run here with Taylor. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here's Taylor again. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 17, Titans 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Completes this again to Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. First and 10.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. And finding the tight end Hooper. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, Willis to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one. And that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. Pass out left, caught by Woods. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 39, Tannehill. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tannehill on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Tannehill now to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Blankenship's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Throwing, Willis. Pass caught by Hooper. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Willis. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Willis, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Tannehill now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. So that last touchdown sealed it there, partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So for Indianapolis, it's just their second win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee,